Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Colony back at you today. Guys, today we're going to go over the great promo of the Mutt 10, and we're going to also go over a few items on the most feared promo that's going on right now. I'm sure most of you guys already know what's going on. I already got the 90 OVR Nightmare Fantasy Pack from doing the solos. Obviously, every week I did the Mutt 10 solos, so I get my free card. If you missed one week, I'm sorry, guys. They're not doing any makeups, so you're kind of shit out of luck there. But hopefully you guys did yours. I actually was able to do mine on 2 accounts. So on my second account, I already opened the pack and chose a player. I'll go over that in a second. But this is my main account. You know, I have 831,000 coins, very little training, 44,000 bats almost. So I'm just going to go through a couple of items on the Mutt 10 and the most feared. So first, let's go over the Nightmare Fantasy Pack. Now, doing the solos, they're pretty easy. There was only maybe one or two solos where I had to replay it, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times to win it. But they're very easy. So you see, you get Tariq Cohen. There's AJ Green. There's Darius Smith, and there is Keanu Neal. Now, I'll just go down by who I think is the worst to who I think is the best. Personally, I think the worst to choose would be Darius Smith. He's not very good at all. His zone isn't very good, so he's not even like a coverage linebacker. But you can see here, you know, he's slower than Von Miller. He has like one better strength right now, but everything else, tackling, play rack, block shed, power move, finesse move, he gets beat in pretty much every area. If you have a Green Bay team, go ahead and pick him. You know, this is just for general people that, you know, if they don't have a Green Bay Packers team, who I would choose. You know, I would not choose Darius Smith unless I had a Green Bay Packers team. So I would kind of stay away from him. I'd say he's probably the worst. Then there's Keanu Neal. He has great hit power. He has 95 hit power. That's more than Pat Tillman. He has 95 hit power. So that's really, really good. His man coverage is 79. I mean, nothing special there. But then everything else, you know, especially his speed, it's really bad. I mean, that's even bad for a linebacker, you know. That's like slow linebacker speed. So he's strictly an in-the-box safety as far as I'm concerned. Falcons team, hey, go for it if you want, but I would stay far away from him. All right, then I would go with probably AJ Green. Would probably be the second best choice. All right, he's got good jump, good height, pretty good catching stats outside of the main catching stat, which is only an 86. I don't know why. The ball, this guy can definitely ball. He can definitely. I know he hasn't seen a snap this year, but when he was playing, you know, when he was healthy, he could catch the ball really well. So I don't know why his main catch stat is only an 86. His speed is also pretty disrespectful, I think. So nothing special here. You know, his deep route run is garbage. Like I think they kind of did him dirty. They seem to not do AJ Green justice as far as I'm concerned. I am not a Bengals fan, but if I was a Bengals fan, I'd be pretty upset with that card. It's not great, but if you need, there are 5 slots for wide receivers. Everybody needs good backup wide receivers just for the chem boost. So I would say he's probably the second best choice. And the overall best choice would be, I think, Tariq Cohen. If you don't have Saquon Barkley or you don't have Bo Jackson or whatever, you need an upgrade at halfback, I would definitely go with the Tariq Cohen. He's a very good card. My only problem with him really is he has low break tackle. He has no trucking ability. And the biggest thing is his carry. It's a 77. If this guy gets sneezed on, if he gets breathed on, he's going to fumble the ball. When guys are out here with 95 hit power hitting you, if you get hit stick with this guy, I wouldn't be surprised if 50% of the time you get hit stick with him, you would just fumble the ball. So I wouldn't use him as my main. I'm going to pick him only because I have Bo Jackson at backup right now, his 89. But I'm going to go ahead and get the training back from Bo Jackson. I'll put Tariq Cohen in instead. But really, he's not very good in terms of holding onto the ball, so you got to be very careful with Tariq Cohen. Great elusiveness, great agility, good speed. You just have to be very careful with him carrying the ball. So that's who I'm going to choose, is Tariq Cohen. All right, but let's get down to the special part here, the MUT 10 Fantasy Pack. A lot of these cards can go for 2 million plus coins. Randy Moss, you know who they are. Bo Jackson, I would stay away from. I would stay away from the lower guys. Bo Jackson, Patrick Willis, I would not go with at all. Let's see. Michael Vick. There's a lot of idiots out there that love to run around in the backfield. Just running around like an idiot with the ball. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He is good. I mean, he can bail you out. You know, if they don't have a spy on the field that's fast. Because even if they have a spy, if your opponent has a spy, if they're not fast enough, if they're only spying like a linebacker with like 86 speed, he still won't be able to catch Michael Vick. So if your opponent is smart and they're using someone really fast, say they're using a safety that's really fast to spy him, his effectiveness is going to go down a lot. You know, what I like to do against, you know, QBs like Michael Vick, if I'm not blitzing, I like to like maybe send a pass rush of 3 guys, spy a fast safety, and just, you know, roll like that. And that really limits Michael Vick and those running quarterbacks. Personally, I already have Kurt Warner, obviously, for the Giants, so I'm not interested in having, you know, that QB that can run around like an idiot behind the line of scrimmage and do whatever he wants. Plus, I don't think he can get like hot route master and stuff like that, so I stay away from him. Some of you guys might like to get him. All right, Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers is pretty decent. Hey, you know, he's got really good speed for an end. He has really good height, and really good finesse moves. So he's not a bad pick. You have a Panthers themed team, I can see why you would pick him up. You know, he's definitely not bad at all. Randy Moss. Now, guys, everyone and their mother is picking either Randy Moss or Deion Sanders. Personally, I'm not picking him up, and you can see why. I have Tyler Lockett, who has the same speed. Without the Randy Moss powered up, he has the same speed as Randy Moss. Randy Moss is way taller, his jump is better, and he's going to be able to, quote-unquote, moss people and get those glitchy ag catches. But in terms of speed, in terms of route running, he's not really better than Tyler Lockett. So I'm going to actually stay away from Randy Moss. He's not who I need. I already have Tyler Lockett, who's super fast. I have Torrey Holt, who's fast. And I have Herman Moore, who has the height and the great catching stats, just like Randy Moss. So I just don't need that wide receiver, you know. So I'm staying away from Randy Moss. But he is a very... If you need a number one wide receiver, you need a really fast guy. I think he's still the fastest wide receiver in the game right now. You need a really fast guy, go ahead and get Randy Moss. He's not a bad pick. He's one of, I would say, the top 3 picks. I would put him at number, for me personally, I would put him at number 3 on my list. All right. Next up, we have Calvin Johnson. He is a good free safety. He has the height. Height is big back there in the backfield. With Randy Moss is running back there like an idiot, just catching whatever he wants to, doing whatever the hell he wants. You do need guys with height in the backfield. I do feel, though, that Brian Dawkins does a good job of guarding the backfield. He has really good pursuit and really good hit power. So I just like having Brian Dawkins. And I know he's going to get another power-up. You know, eventually he's going to get another card, either Ultimate Legend or what have you. The Calvin Johnson, he's really good. You know, again, really good height. He's going to be better with the ball in his hands after getting an interception. So he's really good, you know. Not a bad pick. I would say Calvin Johnson would be number 4 on the list. All right. Who else we got here? Rob Gronkowski. Now, I like to run jumbo packages a lot. We know how the running game is in Madden 20. So, the good thing about Gronk, his strength is really good. He's got really good trucking, really good stiff arm. His break tackle is good. He's just not that easy to get to the ground as other tight ends are. He would be my number 2 pick, personally, for my team. I would put him as number 2 on the list. He's a really good tight end. The run blocking is kind of disappointing when you look at the number, but when he actually is out there, he gets good impact block animations, so he gets that good push-off block, and he has really good strength. So that run block number down there at the bottom of the screen is kind of misleading. He's not as bad as that number would make it seem like he is. You know, with the good strength, because there's other numbers that go into run blocking and how they're actually going to behave on the field. That's what you guys have to understand. It's not just that run block number right there at the bottom. You have to take into account their strength. You have to take into account the impact block, the run block, also agility on toss plays, the agility and the speed. So he's really a good tight end card. Eventually, he may be my number 2 tight end on my team. You know, I don't know, but he would be my number 2 pick from this pack. And moving on, we have Deion Sanders. Very good card. Very, very good CB in the game. Some people will say he's the best. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but he is glitchy. He's got the speed to do whatever he wants in the backfield. He's really good. His only problem is he has no press. I believe his tackling is garbage. You know, his strength is garbage. So for like run support and stuff like that, he's going to be garbage. But deep in the backfield, if you want somebody that's going to cover their number 1 wide receiver, like a Randy Moss down in the backfield, he's a good card. Very good card. The reason I wouldn't choose him and why he doesn't even make my top 4 is because with the most feared promo, we have Denzel Ward, who you could potentially get, quote-unquote, for free if you complete the house rules this week. So I would stay away from Deion Sanders. There's a really good substitute for him, which is Denzel Ward right now. There's just a lot of good CBs right now in the game. I don't think he's needed. I just don't think he's needed. So I would stay away from him. Joe Thomas, he is my number 1 pick, guys. He is who I am going to choose. All right. If you look at him compared to Jordan Gross, who's my left tackle right now, he's going to have, once he's powered up, he's going to have 1 better strength, 2 better awareness. He's going to have 5 better pass block. He's going to have a 94 pass block, guys. 94 pass block. He should not be getting quick shedded by LT or whoever they might have on that left side. He should not be getting hit with quick block sheds. When I'm going to pass the ball, he should not be getting hit with quick block sheds. It shouldn't happen. I don't care if they have abilities or not. He should not be getting hit with that. So I'm going to pick him up. He's a 93 OVR. Chemmed up, he'll be a 94. So that means he's going to get the X3 chems to help you out on the chem side for your team. And his stats are just really good. I mean, he's going to have 5 better pass block. He's going to have 5 better run block. 1 better strength. 2 better awareness. And then to top that off, not only is he better in every stat there, he's also better. His agility is way better. And his speed is better. And his acceleration is better. What does that mean? What does that mean, Colony? Who cares about how fast an offensive lineman is? I'm here to tell you that it's very important. If you do counter plays, if you do toss plays, stretch plays, it's going to come into effect because he's faster to get his block, and his guy isn't going to be able to get around him. All right? The agility and the speed, that means who he's going to pick up isn't going to really be able to shed him fast to the outside. So that's what's going to make Joe Thomas really good for my team. I do like to run the ball quite a bit. So it's just a no-brainer for me. I mean, I won't have to worry about my left tackle probably for the rest of the year. Because Joe Thomas will probably get another, maybe an ultimate legend at some point. So hopefully I won't have to worry about him. I won't have to worry about my left tackle until maybe February or something like that. January, February, when Team of the Year comes out and stuff. So I'm going to be set at left tackle for quite a while here. So that's who I'm going to pick, guys. That's my recommendation. Now, maybe you guys have, Munoz, at left tackle. Or you have some other left tackle that you might feel more comfortable with. Hey, that's on you. But my recommendation, the number one pick, would be Joe Thomas. He's a very good card. And then everybody knows Troy Polamalu is back in the game. Steelers fans went crazy. They were crying on the sideline. They were just crying. They were just cheering. I feel really good about that for the Steelers fans. I don't care. I'm not a Steelers fan. He's not a very good card in terms of comparing him to Pat Tillman. I mean, sorry. He is a very good card. Sorry, I didn't mean that. He's a very good card. It's just that when you have a free Pat Tillman, I just don't really think he's that worth it. But if you want to pick him up, if you don't have a good, strong safety, at backup, and you want to use Troy Polamalu at the free safety position when you play, it's a very good pickup. Don't get me wrong. It's a 93 OVR. He'll be chemmed up to a 9, you'll power him up to a 94. He'll be a very good card. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry. When I first said he's not a good card, that's a lie. He's a very good card. His hit power is kind of lacking. But other than that, he's a really good card. It's just that, for me personally, I'm going to stick with Pat Tillman. Because I believe he's still a little bit better. Pat Tillman is better. He was free. I'm not going to use that position for that. But he's a very good card. I mean, look at his stats. Really good zone. Really good acceleration. All his other stats are hitting good thresholds. The pursuit, play rec. So, very good card. He just doesn't have the hit power that I like. And he's not free in terms of, I already have Pat Tillman. Everybody has a Pat Tillman, so there's that. So to me personally, number one would be Joe Thomas. That's who I'm going to pick. Number two would be Rob Gronkowski. I believe everybody needs a really good tight end on their team. Number three would be Randy Moss. Number four would be Calvin Johnson. And number five would probably be Deion or Troy Polamalu if you needed him, but that's pretty much my list, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and select them right now as you guys watch. I'm going to get the left tackle, Joe Thomas, for my team. All right. For the updates, that's it for the MUT 10. Hopefully you guys enjoy your weekend. And until next time, peace out.